Good evening, everyone, for tuning in to the Conroe ISD Woodforest Bank Stadium stream tonight. I'm Jackson Cochran, alongside with Zach Berger.
Hello, hello.
And tonight we will be providing the play-by-play commentary for this evening's game. It's the final week of district play, and we're excited to close out Week 11 of the season with the Battle of the Oaks. The Oak Ridge War Eagles are hosting the Grand Oaks Grizzlies in this district matchup, and we are broadcasting from the glorious Woodforest Bank Stadium here in Shenandoah, Texas. So before anything, we're going to go ahead and have our sponsors before we start diving into this week's game. All right. So pretty much, Zach, we were talking about a lot of things going into tonight's game, especially with playoff implications.
Right.
So what's going on right now is that Woodlands won last night against
College Park,
and they hold the sole spot of district. And then currently right now College Park has the second playoff spot.
Mm-hmm.
And Willis and Conroe are playing tonight in Willis, and what will happen in that matchup is if Conroe were to win, then Grand Oaks, and if Grand Oaks wins tonight, that will actually allow Grand Oaks to have the fourth spot because Conroe beat Grand Oaks outright, but
yeah, because with Conroe beating Grand Oaks but Willis losing to Grand Oaks this past week, Willis and Grand Oaks would have a tied record, and so the edge up would go to Grand Oaks, and they would get that fourth spot in district.
Okay. Now, that would only happen is if Conroe beats Willis and Grand Oaks beats Oak Ridge tonight, but Oak Ridge still has a chance to destroy Grand Oaks' playoff hopes.
In a way, yes. Yeah, I mean, with Oak Ridge coming in and trying to get their first win of the season in district, anything is possible, so Oak Ridge could be the bearer of bad news for Grand Oaks.
I see what you did there because they're playing the Grizzlies.
Right,
it's still fun. It's fun to have nice puns.
Right.
So a couple things on the War Eagles side. Obviously, we have Steve Smedley, their starting quarterback, and their top rusher is Larry DeBose. And just a couple statistics going on right now. On the season, Larry is leading the actual season with 994 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now, Brandon High on the Grand Oaks side, he has rushed for 968 yards, but he leads the district with 14 touchdowns on the ground.
Yeah, and then especially also for Grand Oaks with the side, they have who's it? Cornell Farrakhan Jr. Yeah, he is third in district with receiving yards. He has 36 receptions and 676 yards.
All right. So most likely we're going to see a lot of ground game in this matchup this evening, but you know, a lot of things can change. But before we start to see a little bit more, we're going to go ahead and have more of our sponsors, and we're going to thank them.
Should an emergency occur, instructions will be provided through public address system. Public safety personnel dispersed through the stadium may also provide instructions to fans. It is important for people to remain calm and follow through the instructions. If there is a total loss of power, please stay seated and school district staff will provide further directions. Under special circumstances for safety purposes, fans may be required to evacuate the stadium. Should this occur, please follow the directions provided through the public address system and leave in a calm, orderly fashion through the nearest gate. Should a weather event develop, information and warnings will be provided through the stadium public address system. After an event would cause you to leave the stadium, you would be readmitted to the stadium once it's safe. To report a public safety issue, please inform a CISD police officer or school official. Lastly, please remember, if you see something, say something.
Good evening, football fans, and welcome to tonight's game. This game is being conducted according to the rules and regulations of the UIL. Regardless of the outcome of tonight's game, all of the players and students have proven their willingness to work and sacrifice in order to achieve excellence. We also ask that as a spectator, you consider the time and effort each of these teams, coaches, trainers, cheerleaders, dancers, and musicians have put forth. Cheer them on, applaud them, but do not, through any of your actions, cause them to doubt the value of their hard work. By your conduct, allow these young people to feel pride in their communities and schools. While your sportsmanlike actions may play only a small part in the outcome of this game, it will play a greater role in continuing to encourage competitive athletics. The game officials have been mutually agreed upon by school officials from both schools. Their role is not unlike any of those players, coaches, teachers, and school administrators. Without them, this game would not be possible. Their knowledge and application of the rules are a result of annual testing, years of study, and continual participation in clinics that further refine their understanding of the game. We ask you, as students, parents, and citizens, to demonstrate the kind of respect for these officials you would extend to any dedicated person in a position of responsibility. Enjoy the game. Looking to make a difference in the lives of Conroe ISD students? Each day, CISD transports approximately 35,000 students from home to school and back again. CISD also transports thousands of more students to field trips, athletic events, and academic competitions. Become a bus driver today and make a positive impact in your community by being the first and last face a child sees each day. Apply today at conroeisd.net.
Everyone who is tuning in right now on the stream, we just want to thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast. And if you are watching through your smart TV, your phone, your tablet, computer, whatever it is, thank you for being part of our broadcast. And while you are here, we would like to ask for you to subscribe to our channel and also hit that little bell just right to the side of it, because anytime that we're going live, it'll give you a notification. And also, since district is coming to a close and the playoffs are going to begin, I believe that we might actually get to host a few games here depending on how well our teams played throughout the playoffs. And if you are unsure when you're going to be able to tune in, by subscribing to our channel and clicking that bell, it'll let you know when we're going live, especially to broadcast any of the teams here in the Conroe Independent School District.
Yeah, like you said, with playoffs coming, no matter what team in the district is playing, they will be facing off against a by-district team that first round. So definitely when they come here to Wood Forest, be sure to support CISD with these teams.
Well said, Zach. Well said. But pretty much what's going on the field right now, a lot of the drill teams and the PAs are going to start to announce all the cheerleading squads, and out of respect for the schools and their students, we will obviously let you get to hear, because I know that we're all tuning in for the game, but we're also here to support the faculty, the staff, the students, everyone who is a part of the Conroe Independent School District. So other than that, actually still everyone's starting to come in. Haven't really heard anything from the PA guy yet. So a little couple other things going on. It is starting, as you can see, the sun is starting to set, And there's our PA guy. So until we get to the teams running onto the field, we're going to pay respect to a lot of the students and the staff so they can get their recognition too.
Features the visiting team, the Grand Oaks Grizzlies versus the War Eagles of Oak Ridge High School. Conroe ISD Superintendent of Schools is Dr. Curtis Knoll. Conroe ISD Athletic Director is Mr. Danny Long. The principal of Grand Oaks High School is Dr. Christopher Povich. And the principal of Oak Ridge High School is Dr. A.J. Lebecki. Texas high school football is known around the country for the great athletes who participate in UIL activities, but also it is known for the quality and character and leadership exhibited by their coaches. The head coach for Grand Oaks High School is Dr. Mike Jackson. And the head coach for your War Eagles is Mr. Mark Smith. No football game would be quite complete without one group of young people that really add to the total enjoyment of tonight's activities. Naturally, these are the cheerleaders. Introducing the Grand Oaks High School Varsity Cheer Squad. Grand Oaks mascot, Grizzlies. Milo Langella. The varsity cheerleaders are senior Amaya Johnson. Senior Danielle McWhirter. Senior All-American Bree Figueroa. Senior Olivia Mercalli. Senior All-American Callie Martin. Taylor Deems. Senior KK Tugwell. Emily Watson. Peyton Robeson. Senior Lucia Duran. Emily Webster. Austin Droddy. Senior Gabby Alvarado. Rihanna Leonard. Senior Ashlyn Dill. Senior Lainey Liggett. Senior All-American Reagan Dutton. Trinity Suarez. Senior All-American Abby Laura. Riley QT. Senior Alex Bevel. Cheyenne Rhodes. Senior Davini Carpenter. Senior All-American Brooke Baker. Senior Taylor Chambers. Varsity cheerleaders and mascot are under the leadership and direction of head cheer coach Megan Turner. And now, representing Oak Ridge High School, your varsity cheerleaders. Senior Lauren Bryant. Senior All-American Callie Deborah R. Denise. Senior Captain Jaden Montgomery. Senior Co-Captain and All-American Mary Diller. Senior All-American Jenna Kutra. Junior All-American Allison Twilla. Sophomore All-American Katie Montgomery. Junior Lauren Matthews. Junior All-American Emmy Clark. Junior All-American Kinley Hovland. Junior All-American Avery Farmer. Junior Scarlett Schultz. Junior All-American Nabia Sammy. Sophomore Emma Kutra. Let's hear it for junior Dante Bradford. Sophomore All-American Michaela Costello. Junior All-American Michelle Morris. Sophomore All-American Alyssa Fowler. Sophomore Violet Hopkins. And our mascot, Wally the War Eagle. The cheerleaders are coached by Amanda Armour and Emily Butcher. Cheerleaders of the week, the seniors, Katie Montgomery, Mary Dillard, Jenna Kutra, Callie, Deborah R. Denis, Lauren Bryant. Let's hear it for our cheerleaders of the week. These are our seniors. Also cheering tonight alongside our varsity cheerleaders will be the Irons cheerleaders. Let's give them a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the center of the field. Before each game, members of the Good Sportsman League meet to exchange gifts that symbolize friendliness and good sportsmanship between the two schools. Representing Grand Oaks are Trinity Suarez, Emily Watson, and Cheyenne Rose. Representing the War Eagles, Patty Weeks and Ashley Lane.
Right now, both schools are doing the good sportsmanship exchange, and after that takes place, we will have our moment of reflection, and then both schools will play their school songs, and then we'll be calling out both of the teams from their respective field houses.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand? We ask that you take a moment to consider in your own way the safety of the players in tonight's contest, the sportsmanship that will be displayed, and everyone's safe return home. Please join in a moment of silence. Thank you. And if you would, please remain standing for the playing of the school songs. First, the school song of Grand Oaks High School. the school song of Oak Ridge High School. Thank you. You may be seated.
Hi, it's Donnie Buckaloo from Buckaloo Chevrolet, home of the Better Buy. Buckaloo Chevrolet is here to help you with all your transportation needs. Your experience can be touchless. You can do your paperwork at home instead of coming to our dealership. Plus, we'd be happy to deliver your vehicle to you. And remember, at Buckaloo Chevrolet, our prices are real. We only advertise rebates you qualify for. Visit us in Conroe or shop BuckalooChevrolet.com. See you soon.
It's a better buy at Buckaloo.
You've got a lot going on, so how do you find time to take care of you? At Houston Methodist, we work around your busy life. There's same-day visits when you're sick, online scheduling with specialists, access to all your records through MyChart, and video visits 24/7 if you need urgent care. Bringing you Houston Methodist's expertise, wherever, whenever you need it.
That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Shopping for a new or used vehicle? Or just looking for a place for good, reliable service? Go with the name you know. Gullo Ford, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Toyota. The Gullo family has been serving the Conroe Woodlands area since 1970. So the next time you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or just need service, do yourself a favor and go see Gullo Toyota, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Ford. Or log on anytime at GulloAuto.com. Gullo, let's drive.
It's not enough to be the leader in robotic-assisted procedures if we're not by your side for every step of your recovery, guiding you back to what makes you, you. Because it's not enough to replace your knee if we're not getting you to the moments that can't be replaced. Memorial Hermann, advancing health, personalizing care.
For over 40 years, Wood Forest National Bank has proudly supported the youth and schools of this great community. Our bank has grown through the years, and Montgomery County is our home. With over 30 convenient branch locations right here in Montgomery County, we are your community bank. Next time you're in the area, stop by and say hi. But for now, sit back and enjoy the game.
As of right now, both teams are starting to do a little bit of warming up on the field. I can see that Grand Oaks tonight is wearing their white tops and black bottoms, and Oak Ridge is going to be rocking their blue tops with gray pants. Just coming to an end of the season, it's a little upsetting because, you know, all good things must come to an end, but at the same time, you're just going to miss it once it's over. What do you think about that, Zach?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, bittersweet, right? It's been a great season of district football, and hopefully for some more teams, a couple more rounds in the playoffs. But going into the last game, you want to have fun, take it all in for that senior class, and really enjoy it.
Exactly. Well said. So just shortly, we're going to have everyone run out of their tunnels, and we're going to have the coin toss at midfield. And in about less than 5 minutes, we will have ourselves some exciting close of the football season with some district football here for the Conroe Independent School District. All right, War Eagles have already run through their tunnel. They are grouping together at that south end zone. And the Grand Oaks Grizzlies are going to start to run out of their respective tunnel. And here come the Grand Oaks Grizzlies. Rather smoky. It's already, the sun is already set tonight, and it is actually a cool night for football.
Yeah, it looks like when we get to kickoff, it's going to be about 55 degrees. Lights are shining, ready for some Friday night lights.
Well said. One of those things I remember just going to back whenever I was in high school, always going over to the concession stand on cold nights like this and getting my hot chocolate. That was just one of those things I enjoyed, especially at a high school football game. Cup of hot chocolate, all bundled up, getting ready to watch some football.
Yeah. I mean, Texas high school football, can't compare to anything. It's just so exciting, and every time you think about it, you're ready.
And right now, the ROTC are making their way to midfield, and we are going to start to have the national anthem.
Color guard under the command of Master Sergeant Jimmy Twine. Members of the left color guard team are home side, American flag, and Commander Cadet Hodgins. Texas flag, Cadet D. Morehouse. Right guard, Cadet Delgado. Left guard, Cadet Sharp. Members of the right color guard team are visitor side, American flag, and Commander Cadet Jackson. Texas flag, Cadet Caporelli. Right guard, Cadet Geary. Left guard, Cadet Hegelian.
Thank you to the Oak Ridge Band for doing the national anthem for us. Both teams are going to make their way to midfield so we can have the coin toss. I'm looking and I see that Miles Terry, Steve Smedley are going to be the team captains on Oak Ridge's side, along with Benjamin Del Rey. And on Grand Oak's side, I can see Sean Spear, Gabe Anzandula, all right, we already have the coin toss.
Oak Ridge has won the toss. They have elected to receive on the south side of the stadium.
Oak Ridge will receive on the south side of the stadium. So that means Grand Oaks will get the ball in the second half.
And as we get ready, a little bit more about these two teams coming into this game. Oak Ridge still looking for their first district win, but coming off a really close game versus College Park with a 14-10 score. And then Grand Oaks actually getting their first district win last week versus Willis, beating them 35-21. So Grand Oaks trying to fight for that fourth playoff spot, and Oak Ridge looking to get a win in that win column.
Yes, and if Oak Ridge were to actually win tonight, it would hurt Grand Oaks' actual playoff hopes. And we're just hoping that both teams have a good, clean game. That's what we're here for. And I believe we are officially underway. Oak Ridge takes it out of the top of the field, which gives them excellent field position to start their opening drive. That was Camden Morgan, who is actually one of the top returners for Oak Ridge, starting it off as the offense makes their way to the field, being led by junior Steve Smedley.
Looked like about a solid 30-yard return, putting him on the 43-yard line to start.
Morgan has been one of the top returners for Oak Ridge this season, which is very good for him. Smedley in the shotgun. That's going to be a handoff up the middle to DeBose as he gets that 11-yard run for the first down. One of these things between both of these offenses is that they're getting a lot of their play calls on the Oak Ridge side from coach, and they don't huddle. They usually call it the line of scrimmage, where Grand Oaks usually has a fast-paced style huddle in offense as Smedley rolls left and gets a completion to Jefferson and continues to move those chains. Coming into tonight's game, as I was saying in the pregame, DeBose is the top rusher in the district as he gets another handoff up the gut, running in between the tackles, and is brought down by a pack of Grizzlies. That was actually Geronimo Rodriguez was one of the guys there in on the tackle.
Yeah, but like you said, coming in tonight, DeBose has 994 yards. Definitely a key for this Oak Ridge offense.
Very much so, and they also, Oak Ridge does like to split it up with a little bit of the passing as well, but as you can see, that's another run right there. And that is a first down. So they're just closing in on the Grizzlies' territory to the red zone. Smedley in the shotgun. Drops back, 3-step drop, gets set, finds a guy, and he just gets touched right at the 2. Is that where they're gonna put him down at the? They're gonna mark him at the 3. I believe that was Camden Morgan on the reception. So it's going to be 1st and goal. See what the War Eagles are going to try to do to get on the board first tonight. Get a little goal line fade. Did he come down with it? That is a touchdown right there for the War Eagles. That was Jerron Jonas. As Oak Ridge strikes first tonight.
I mean, just a simple step, one step back and a fade to the left side, and Jonas comes down with it. I mean, that's just a one-on-one beating your man right there in the corner of the end zone.
Point after attempt. Snap, hold, kick. They signal it's good. So just 2 minutes and some change into the opening drive. Oak Ridge strikes first with a pass to Jonas in the corner of the end zone. Oak Ridge 7, Grand Oaks 0. As Grand Oaks is bringing their kick return team onto the field. It's usually going to be Sean Severe and Tristan Frazier back there. They're the top 2 returners of the Grizzlies for right now. And Fernando Vasquez is going to be kicking off for Oak Ridge. You know, last week, the game between Willis and Grand Oaks, it was a very windy game. Don't really see a lot of wind tonight, so it's not going to be much of a factor. Just wonder how these kids can play with the cold. Severe on the return as he runs to the left side of the field, and he's still up, fighting for extra yards, and he gets a decent return to start off.
All right, so as the Grizzlies come onto the field, real quick, I just want to try and paint that playoff picture one more time. 4 teams in the district make it. Both the Woodlands, College Park, and Conroe have guaranteed themselves a spot. And now with the Grand Oaks win tonight, if Conroe beats Willis, Grand Oaks will get that 4th spot over Willis.
Jacob Smith hands it off to Brandon High as he runs to the outside, and he is brought down for only 3 right there. Now, Brandon High is the top rusher for the Grand Oaks Grizzlies. He actually leads the district with 14 touchdowns on the ground this year. He has 2 in the air. But usually you're going to see this offense huddle up, rush to the line, get set, and snap it really quick. That's pretty much been their MO the entire season, as this is going to be a trick run play. Frazier. Actually, no, that was Farrakhan. A lot of sweeps. You'll see a couple swing passes, a little wheel routes from them, but majority of the time, it's usually right up the gut or a sweep run from the Grizzlies.
Yeah, Grand Oaks with this formation just gives themselves all these options. Like you said, a sweep, a run, even sometimes Smith can take it himself.
And he has done that quite a few times, but there's another handoff to High as he just finds the open field, and he's running. He's at the 30, he's at the 20, he's at the 10, he's gone. That is a Grand Oaks touchdown as they counter back and are just 1 point away from tying this game.
57-yard run.
He's one of the top rushers for Grand Oaks. What can we say about this kid? That's number 15. That's his 15th touchdown of the year. 15, 1-5.
I mean, they show that he is a key piece, and you feed him, he will eat. I mean, you know, he runs with this offense, with their formation, and once he finds that one gap, he just takes off. That electric speed let him get all 53 of those yards. The point after does seem to be good.
Snap hold kick, it's good. Well, that just happened really fast. And that's kind of how Grand Oaks plays. A lot of fast pace. Rush to the line, get the ball off, try to get those yards. On the ground attack, which that was just all ground attack right there.
Yeah, I mean, Grand Oaks, they've really done that, you know, all year. Like you said, with the formation, it's going to be a run. And, you know, occasionally maybe Smith will dump it off to someone with a screen or something. But they've shown that, you know, they want to force that defense to make the stop, right? They are going to go ground and pound, and right there it worked for them. So with barely any time off the clock in the first quarter, we already have a 7-7 ball game.
Kick formation are lining up at the 40. Morgan's back there for Oak Ridge. I'm trying to see who else is back there. Kicking it deep. Looks like Morgan gets it again. So he's going to continue to break a tackle as he's staying up. And he is finally tackled where they're going to start this drive at the 27? Yep, 27-yard line. Wait for the line judge.
Ball be spotted at the 27-yard line. First down and 10.
Man goes in motion. Smedley hands it off to DeBose as he cuts up the middle, and he breaks a tackle, and he is finally brought down at the 42 for another Oak Ridge first down. So the two top rushers of district are just going to continue to pad their stats tonight. Oak Ridge gets set. Smedley, there is a flag on the play as he's throwing to Jonas as he does not come down with it. That pass was broken up by Akina Ago. But there was a flag at the line. See at the 50-yard line. Waiting for the line judge to let us know what the penalty will be. Probably false start or maybe a hold, since I did see it at the line. Okay, offsides on the defense. Legal hands on the offense. Those plays will offset. Replay first down. My apologies, line judge. Referee did not mean to steal your thunder right there. But it's 7:44 left in the first quarter. Tie ball game here. DeBose in the backfield. Hands it off as the draw play cuts back up the middle. Gets right there at the 46. For a 2nd and 6. We get another little swing pass right there over to DeBose and just gets 2 on that one. Smedley has targeted Jonas twice tonight, but one of his top receivers, 2 of his top receivers are actually Camden Morgan and Jaquel Harrison, who have, I know that Morgan got that reception earlier. That got him right there at the 3-yard line. That was another run right there. Then he stopped short, or right at midfield. Are they going to go for it?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the stats, too, for their receiving, they've actually been targeting their number 3 and 4 in Jefferson and Jones, with Harrison and Morgan being their top 2 receiving leaders.
All right. Thank you, Zach.
Getting everyone involved, you know.
Getting everybody involved. Make every single person happy on the field. Spread the ball around like Tom Brady does in the NFL. Oak Ridge punts it back. Spear to return. As he is hit right at the 10. So Grand Oaks is going to have 90 yards to try to get back in the end zone again. So the offense is coming back up. Smith and company are going to rush to the line. Twins left. Another handoff to High as he goes to the left side. Just drops his shoulder as he runs right out of bounds. So that's going to be a 5-yard gain right there. Put him down on the 14. So Belser will have a substitution coming out. No, High's coming back in. Okay. So Browsk runs out. So we have a flag on the play as Farrakhan was running in motion. Wait to see what the referee has to say on that one. Well, it's going to be a false start. So that'll bring him back 5. As the offense rushes to the line. 2-back set. Do a little swing right there, a little screen over to Farrakhan. And he just gets met back up right there at the line of scrimmage for 3rd down and 10.
And a note on Farrakhan, I mean, Farrakhan is a freshman for Grand Oaks, so with him already being their key piece, excited to see what he'll do in his next few years of high school.
And Smith is a junior, so he will still have 1 more year with him as High gets just in between the tackles. He is right at, they're going to mark him at the 16 as the punt team comes onto the field. So back-to-back drives from both teams. First drive for each, touchdown. Second drive for each, punt.
Morgan, the lone returner, right at midfield.
A little short on the punt. As it rolls out of bounds, it gives Oak Ridge excellent field position. They're going to say that it is down at the 41, so they are already in Grand Oaks territory. Nothing better than that right there. So DeBose is set to Smedley's right. Ball on the left hash. Morgan goes in motion. DeBose going to cut back, run up the middle. Just meets 3 Grizzlies right there. He gets 6 on that carry. So I see Jonas, DeBose, Morgan. Well, pretty much Morgan going in motion to make it. And it's going to be a handoff to Frankie Arthur. Just short of the first down marker. Are they going to say that he's going to get it? It's going to be 3rd and short. He just has half a yard for the first down. Another handoff to Arthur. Met back at the line of scrimmage, so he gets the first down for a fresh set of downs for Oak Ridge.
And, you know, we talk about their star senior running back in DeBose, but Frankie Arthur is a sophomore, and he's 5th in district with rushing yards, so definitely a little double running back set for them. A great option for this Oak Ridge War Eagle offense.
Nice little 1-2 punch. Smedley drops back. He's going to do another swing right there, and he finds Arthur, and he breaks the tackle just to get a few extra yards as he's down at the 21, almost into the Grand Oaks red zone. So it's going to be 2nd and 2 with less than 3 minutes here in the first quarter. Another handoff to Arthur as he cuts back as he's finding open field, and he is down right there in the red zone at the 11. Are they going to say he's at the 11? Yeah, he's at the 11. So it'll be 1st and 10, ball on the 11. Another handoff to Arthur as he sweeps to the right. Just gets 2 on that one.
So far, this drive for Oak Ridge has been all Frankie Arthur. A couple little passes out to the side and running up the gut. He has helped them move down the field to be now inside the 10.
So we have trips left. Arthur in the backfield with Smedley. It's going to be a little throw for the end zone, and it is incomplete. Looks like pass was intended to Jaquil Harrison. As he is incomplete. That was his first target to Harrison tonight. Had one-on-one coverage right there, trying to beat the man. Gabe Anzaldua was actually on the coverage right there with Harrison. So it's 3rd and long as we have a timeout. Oak Ridge calls their first timeout of the evening, of the half actually. Yeah, actually of the evening. So this is our first timeout. Zach, what have you been enjoying so far of the game? I know it's only 1 quarter.
You know, when you have 2 guys just really leading their team, it really feels like a one-on-one matchup when they're on the same side of the ball, right? You have Brandon High and you have DeBose just really being these captains, you know, and these teams really value them and show their skills. So seeing almost that head-to-head battle, who is going to really explode through for their team. I love just seeing who will take the win for their team.
I also have to give respect to the offensive line for actually creating these holes for these guys. And I know that every play can't be a home run, but just creating those opportunities for getting into the second level helps them out so much. Smedley looks for the end zone again as he goes to Williams, and he comes down with it. Actually, that was Jaquil Harrison with the touchdown. Oak Ridge takes the lead 13-7 right now for the point after attempt.
Feeling like deja vu for Oak Ridge. Back inside, and they just go with that little fade option, and their wide receivers have come down with it now. Harrison this time, and I believe it was Jones the first time. A great 2 plays to now put them up 14-7.
Point after attempt was good as War Eagles extend the lead by 7 with 1:24 left in the first quarter. Oak Ridge 14, Grand Oaks 7 in the Battle of the Oaks. Did you coin that? You were telling me that earlier.
No, I wish I did. That would be a pretty good coin. But I believe I've been seeing it over social media with, of course, a couple years ago now, the feeders being split up to create this new school of Grand Oaks. Both teams having people grown up together in that similar feeder, now being a great battle.
And Zach, you're actually a senior right now at College Park, correct?
Yes.
Okay. See, whenever I was going to school, I was at Conroe, and it was pretty much Oak Ridge, Conroe, the Woodlands, and back the district used to be 5A, and it was Tomball, and Spring was even part of our district at that time. And even we played a few of the Klein schools. It was just so wild how much this has grown since I've actually graduated. I'm coming up, I think, on my 20th. I'm not going to be 100% sure on that one. I'm just going to keep that on the DL. For the people that are watching the stream right now, ignore that I said, I'm coming up on my 20-year high school reunion.
Yeah, but even when I was back in junior high watching the Klein schools being part of the district, so constantly changing, and now we have Willis joining Conroe ISD in their district, so very exciting always to see these teams get to play new opponents.
Grand Oaks, 1st and 10. There's going to be a handoff to the outside. I believe that was Canola, who was actually taking a lot of the carries in the first half last week for Grand Oaks, 4 high. He's just stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and on the kick return, ball is on the 33. And I know I'm going to see if I have any updates going on with the Willis and Conroe game. And Smith comes to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be sacked deep. Woo! And that was Miles Terry getting his 4th sack on the year right there. That is a huge, huge loss for Grand Oaks.
Yeah, that's going to be a 12-yard loss. Definitely a tough one there. And as you were talking about an update, Conroe High School is beating Willis 14-0 with 3 minutes left in their first quarter.
Okay, when we find out more information on that game, we will fill you in, because it is an actual road game as Smith drops back, and as he finds high, just come through his hands, just gets the open field. Who gets, wow, that was about 15 on that reception as we come to a close of the first quarter. So it will be 4th down once we resume play. As we're going to switch to the opposite side of the field. We're going to the south side. So with the end of the first quarter, Oak Ridge is in the lead right now over Grand Oaks, 14-7. As they put the ball at the 37-yard line. Now, with the playoffs on the line, I'm curious if Grand Oaks is actually going to try to keep their offense on the field and try to get a little bit of something out of this.
Yeah, it's going to be that mix of risk-reward, right? Like, in the back of your mind, you're knowing, hey, if we win this, we give ourselves a chance for the playoffs, but also you don't want to let this game get out of hand.
Well, Max McZingit is going to come out to punt, so Grand Oaks is actually going to be playing conservatively, especially with the field position right now. And Morgan's back to return as he signals for the fair catch with only 6 seconds into the second quarter. Oak Ridge brings their offense back out at the 27. As Oak Ridge's offense gets set, Smedley in the shotgun. It's going to be another handoff to Arthur, just right up the middle. Gets 3 right there. So far, fairly fast-paced game. No, it's only been 1 quarter of football.
But definitely a lot of action in that 1 quarter of football.
Oh, for sure. Smedley drops back. As he gets Morgan on the reception. Just 2 yards shy of the first down. So it'll be 3rd and 2. It's going to be a handoff to Arthur as he cuts back, runs up the middle, and he gets the first down and then some. So he's down at the 44, their own 44. He's following his blockers.
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier, and I will vouch for it. Great job by the offensive line getting these holes for the running backs to bounce through.
Play action passes, it is to Morgan. Just short of the first down. Another 8-yard reception right there by Morgan, being one of Smedley's key targets, one of his big weapons that he likes to go to. So far we've seen Harrison, we've seen Jonas, and we've seen Morgan all get receptions. And Arthur out of the backfield, he got that swing pass earlier. Plenty of time as he evades the sack, as Smedley's still rolling right. He's going to do a keeper, but there's a flag on the play. Probably a hold right there. As a pocket collapse right there on Smedley.
Offense, number 62, 64, 10-yard penalty, repeat second down.
Okay, so that was a 10-yard penalty. I can hear Oak Ridge from the stands. They were not happy about that penalty.
You know, and you talked about Smedley's weapons, right, with his receiving core, and it really shows statistically, too. Oak Ridge has 2 receivers in the top 10 for receiving yards, and their 4 main receivers all in the top 20.
Smedley back. He finds Jefferson. As he breaks a tackle and he's still going, he gets the first down. Oh, man. You thought the play was over, and he just had a little magic right there at the end. Just does that little spin move, keeping this drive alive for the War Eagles.
Very big bounce back after that 10-yard penalty. Great way to just keep your feet moving.
Play to the whistle blows. Another handoff to Arthur, running up the middle. Just pounding the rock right now. It's a nice 6-yard, 5-yard carry. Oak Ridge is back in Grand Oak territory for this 4th drive of the game. For their 4th drive of the game. As Smedley's talking to his line, giving everyone the plays. Twins left. as there's movement at the line, so it's going to probably push him back another 10 yards.
Before the snap, false start, offense, number 55, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Saw Rodriguez right there on Grand Oaks side flinch with him, and he said, referee, where's that flag?
5 yards, marked off on the penalty, brings up second down.
All right, looks like they're probably just going to run the same formation. Play action, finds Jefferson again. And I probably said 10 yards a second ago. It was actually 5. My apologies, but he gets those 5 yards back where it is 3rd and 6. Harrison Jefferson to the right. Jonas to the left. Morgan in the backfield along with Arthur. Another play action. Smedley is rolling. He's looking for a guy as he dumps it back and he finds Morgan. Are they going to say he got the first down? I think he's going to have the first down. They might do a measurement since it is going to be 3rd and right there. Yep, they gave it to him. That is a Oak Ridge first down. It's just a game of inches. Morgan goes in motion. Hand off to Arthur. Cuts back up the middle. Goes back to the right side as he almost breaks the tackle. That was a go right there on the tackle. Haven't seen DeBose this half. Wait, no, I see. No. Don't know where DeBose is right now.
Yeah, it looks like once we ended, well, about halfway through the first quarter, maybe going towards the end, Arthur really seemed to take over.
Get a little slant right there over to Jonas as he is just met back short of the first down marker. So it's going to be 3rd and 2. Nothing wrong with a little timeshare, 2-back system right there for Oak Ridge. Arthur just drives through the line, finds a small opening, glimmer of hope right there to keep the drive alive. As he gets the first down. All right, I see DeBose come back on the field. They're doing a little substitution. Oak Ridge gets set. DeBose to the left. He gets it as he just drives through the line.
Larry DeBose, number 12, on the carry. Shane Telfer, number 34, on the stop. That'll bring up 2nd down and 6.
So it's 2nd and 6 right now. Wondering if they're going to try to go with the pass play right here. They hand it back off, and as they continue to feed DeBose, as he only gets a yard on that carry. Noah Langridge was right there on that tackle for Grand Oaks. Oak Ridge has been controlling the clock this time for this quarter, just chewing a lot of that time up. Looking to get into the end zone as they are in the red zone now. It's a little trickery right there. We thought that it was DeBose with it, but actually Smedley kept it.
And the ref signal for a fumble recovery by the Grizzlies. A little A little ruffle there in the pile. Grizzlies were signaling it's their ball, and once all the smoke settled, Grand Oaks now takes over on the 15-yard line.
All right, so who came up with that? That was actually number 44, Adrian Pacheco. He came up with the fumble as Smith Company, they get set. Hand off to High. He's tackled in the backfield, pretty much met back at the line of scrimmage.
Brandon High, number 3 on the carry. He's stopped by number 32, Benjamin Del Rey. That'll bring up second.
So High only got 1 yard on that carry. Spear gets the handoff as he is met back at the line of scrimmage.
War Eagle defensive line really pushing through right now.
Yeah, they're trying to close those gaps. They know that Grand Oaks tries to do a lot of ground and pound right now. And we are going to have ourselves an official timeout as we have going to thank our sponsors, especially the city of Shenandoah being one of the sponsors tonight. But I'm going to go ahead and get a couple updates, see if we have any score changes over with Willis and Conroe.
And it does look like Willis was able to get on the board. So now it is 14-7 Conroe, with last updated 11 minutes left in the second quarter.
Okay, well that's good.
You know, and as we start to come back from this official timeout, you mentioned earlier about liking and subscribing to this YouTube channel, but also CIC Athletics is on all social medias. We have a Facebook page, a Twitter, and Instagram. Make sure to go follow CIC Athletics.
It's actually at CISD Sports, but it's okay, Zach. I like what you're doing. No problem right there. Smith does a play action pass as he's rolling right. As he finds, I think that was Farrakhan, or was that Frazier? That orange is really popping on that white, so it's kind of difficult for me to see right there. But yes, like Zach was saying, please go follow our social media accounts. We have a lot of great people here with CISD that are taking a lot of pictures on the field, keeping you up to date, sharing the links to our YouTube stream. And that was actually Zveer on the reception. So it's 4th and, as they're going to punt it off again. It's going to be a roll to favor Grand Oaks.
Definitely a great job there for Oak Ridge with the fumble recovery by Grand Oaks, not letting them really get any momentum from that and any movement. So now with 3:45 left on the game clock, Oak Ridge, I should say, has a chance to put another score on the scoreboard.
Yeah. So Smedley telling his line, getting ready. DeBose on there, play action. Jefferson on the reception as he just goes down. Yeah, I want to go back to what happened on that previous drive. Just right there, we know that Grand Oaks likes to run the ball a lot, and they're going to try to close the gaps, and if they can't try to get a little bit of the swing passes they've done earlier in the year, it's going to pretty much favor Oak Ridge towards the end of this game. And I know we still have a full half of football left, but still, if you're going to get bottled up right there at the line, you're not going to execute anything.
Yeah, and actually, before the game, we were talking about the same scenario with Conroe High School. When a team is so good at one type of play, if you know how to stop that, it's going to be really hard for them to adjust.
But you can also give it to the coaches for actually finding these holes and making the adjustments for them moving forward. As it's going to be 3rd and short. Another handoff. DeBose just cuts back, and he's still finding as he gets that first down as they are back in Grand Oaks territory.
That's enough for a War Eagles first down. Ball spotted at the Grizzlies' 42-yard line.
So it's going to be a fresh set of downs for Oak Ridge with 2:20 left. Have a nice little swing to DeBose as he gets 4 right there.
Larry DeBose, number 12, on the reception.
Closing in to the we don't have a 2-minute warning in high school football. I spoke. I was watching the actual Jets and Colts last night.
We might not stop for it, but everyone knows that we're going into 2 minutes left in the quarter, and so maybe a little bit more of a hurry-up offense for whoever's on the field.
Smedley drops back, just right through Morgan's hands, as it'll be 3rd down. That was right there, just right in his breadbasket. Smedley just put it right there for him. Could have been a touchdown right there. Extend that lead, make it a 2-drive game. DeBose gets another handoff right up the middle as he's met at the line of scrimmage. So that was actually Braden Bradley right there on that tackle. Are they going to call a timeout? Okay, we have ourselves another official. We actually have a timeout right there by Grand Oaks. So it's going to be 4th and long for Oak Ridge. I'm wondering if they're actually going to try to keep their offense on the field to extend this drive.
Yeah, I mean, with about 2 minutes left now, you're on Grand Oaks' side of the field, so maybe taking a shot wouldn't be the worst idea. Gives you a chance to get in field goal range and maybe go up by more than just a touchdown.
And also, Oak Ridge's defense has actually been pretty good at shutting down Grand Oaks' offense, especially that last drive right there.
Yeah, I mean, after that first possession touchdown, it's just been all punting for Grand Oaks, really. So you can definitely trust your defense, you feel like, if you're Oak Ridge.
Grand Oaks is going to punt right here. I mean, Oak Ridge is going to punt. Grand Oaks back to receive. Sean Spear is actually back there to return. All right. So as inside the 20, as Grand Oaks brings the offense back onto the field for their 5th drive tonight.
First down and 10, Grizzlies. With 1:49 until halftime.
Another handoff for Grand Oaks. I think that was high right there again. He gets 5 on that carry. As we're closing in on minute 15, minute 20. Now, Grand Oaks is going to get the ball back in the second half. But I see that they have twins right. Farrakhan gets stopped short of the first down. That was Justin Williams on that tackle for Oak Ridge. So less than a minute left here, and it's just 3rd and short for Grand Oaks. Still have 2 timeouts, but I think they're just going to keep this going and try to just bring down. If they get anywhere closer on the opposite side of the field, they will call that timeout, but a handoff to High as he cuts back as he is going to the right side of the field. As he's still fighting for extra yardage, he gets down at the 41. Just did that little cutback as he was going to the left side, couldn't find anything, rolled right to the open field and got extra yardage right there to extend this drive.
Yeah, ended up getting about 17 yards in that run.
So just trying to think, will Grand Oaks continue to, if they get anywhere closer, will they use their remaining timeouts? As Smith drops back, he's going to roll right, looking downfield. He cuts back, breaks a tackle, still going for it, gets 10 right there with 12 seconds as they do get into Oak Ridge territory. Smith and company. Farrakhan was going in motion. Looks like right there that was Terry Miles on his 2nd sack of the night. As the clock winds down, Oak Ridge still in the lead 14-7 as both teams going for halftime. Grand Oaks will receive the ball in the second half, and we're going to let the bands and drill team come out for the halftime show, so we will still continue to keep the broadcast going. We will come back once they are done, so about 30 minutes or so. But this is Jackson Cochran, Zach Berger.
Yep. We'll see you in the second half.
Enjoy.
Sydney Ralph. Major Kinley Curtis. Major Mia Provo. Lieutenant Colonel Harley Morrison. And Colonel Briley Garza. The Royal Pride Drill Team is under the direction of Hannah Gassett and Catherine Fuller. We hope you enjoy their palm routine to Knock on Wood. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Straight from the home of the fearless Grizzlies, please welcome the Grand Oaks High School Grizzly Marching Band. The Grand Oaks High School Marching Band is led by Mike Flake, Brian Moran, percussion directors Jacob Morales, student teacher Kelly Orlando, and color guard directors Trace Brown and Danny Walker. The band is under the field direction of head drum major Andrew Tran, senior drum majors Emma Butler and Haley Brown, and junior drum major Kylie Burke. The color guard is under the leadership of captains Kaylin Molina, Kaylin Alexander, Sophia Winston, and Zaquavia Young. The Grand Oaks Grizzly Twirler is Emma Matei. This evening, the band will perform the 2021 competitive marching show entitled Prismatic.
Take it away, ladies. is Daniel Vasquez. War Eagle of the Week is William Peckin. The Guard Member of the Week is the Senior Guard Members. And the Section of the Week is the Senior Band Members. Seniors, you've earned it. Thank you for 4 years of hard work and dedication to your program. We are so proud of you. A huge thank you goes out to our parents, our Oak Ridge War Eagle community, and to our principal, Dr. A.J. Lebecky, for their unending support this marching season. We could not do this without you all. And now, sit back and relax as the War Eagle Band performs their 2021 field show entitled "'Tis the Season." Take it away, War Eagle Band.
All right, we are less than a minute back to the next half of play. That was Oak Ridge closing out with their Christmas edition, getting ready for the holiday season. I was actually tapping my foot along to a little bit of those tunes, getting me in the holiday spirit, especially with how cool it is tonight. If you are inclined, go get yourself a hot chocolate, as Oak Ridge is running back out of the tunnel from the field house onto the field. So far, it has been all Oak Ridge. Even though it's 14-7, they controlled the clock the majority of the second quarter. But Grand Oaks will receive in the second half.
Temps on the field have gotten down to 52 degrees as throughout the night it keeps getting chillier and chillier. People wrapped up in blankets enjoying this final district ball game of District 13-6A.
What were some of your big takeaways from the first half, Zach?
Well, first, my biggest one is Oak Ridge really impressed me with being able to stop that Grand Oaks run game. You know, like we said, Grand Oaks, they're really good at that, you know, ground and pound in their little speed formation, and Oak Ridge really put them under control. So the fact that they could stop that offense really showed me that if they can keep that up, it might be Oak Ridge's ball game.
Yeah, because after that first touchdown by High, he had that 57 rush right there in the first quarter. But since then, it's just been punt after punt after punt, and then it was an end of regulation. So now Oak Ridge is lining up to kick it off. And I believe Sevier and Frazier are back to return for Grand Oaks. And we are officially underway with Frazier on the return, as he is down at the 23, 24. No, they're going to say he's at the 23. So we are officially underway in the second half of football. See what Grand Oaks can do this half. And obviously we want Oak Ridge to, because Grand Oaks, they still have their playoff implications on the line, because as of right now at halftime, Conroe was up on Willis. And that's another handoff to High as he runs to the left side. Gets only 2 on that carry. If Oak Ridge wins tonight, they will put an end to Grand Oaks' attempt to make the playoffs, because as of right now, Grand Oaks does have the advantage by beating Willis last week.
Yeah, I mean, Conroe's doing their job right now for Grand Oaks, right? If they still come out with that win over Willis, Grand Oaks just needs the victory to get into the playoffs.
Little swing pass over to Farrakhan as he gets the first down. Then some, he trucks through. He's at the 40, 45, and that is a first down for Grand Oaks. Smith found Farrakhan on the screen. As they are now in Oak Ridge territory at the 35.
Looked to be about a 40-yard run. That's a way to come out at halftime.
Yeah, it was more like a little bit of a lateral right there. He was behind the line of scrimmage. It's a handoff to High. There's a flag on the play. So we did get 4 on that one. We'll see what White Hat has to say. Oak Ridge making substitutions at the line. First and 16 as Smith gets under center. Hands it back off to High as he's going to the left side. Does a little cut back. And then goes back through the line. So Jaquavius Pierce and Miles Terry on the front line for Oak Ridge. Been blocking or shutting down that line as Farrakhan was right there on the run. Brings it up to third down. Third and long for Grand Oaks. After that big run by Farrakhan earlier. See what Grand Oaks has for trying to keep this drive alive. Smith under center. Pump fakes, drops back, moves up in the pocket as he's going and he finds Farrakhan through his hands as he beat the coverage. It was going to be, he came up with it. He was right there for the touchdown. But it's going to be fourth and long as they bring out the punt team.
Yeah, I mean, not a bad ball for Smith. You know, you'd rather overthrow than underthrow for a chance for interception, but just out of Farrakhan's reach with a diving effort.
And he was able to at least move up in the pocket as it was starting to come back on him. McZingett punts back as Morgan signals for the fair catch, as Oak Ridge will have their first drive of the half. Smedley in the backfield. Hands off to DeBose as he gets just a yard. See what Oak Ridge has in store right now. Feeds it back to DeBose as he is brought back down. Just got another short carry right there. Wonder if Oak Ridge is just going to try to control the clock a lot in this second half. Have a lot of faith in their defense, making big plays. Smedley drops back, throws in the middle of the field. That was intended to Janis, but that was overshot right there. Jonas. Overshot Jonas right there. As Humplick will come out to punt. Spear back to return. Spear is standing right at the 46 as he gets it. He breaks a tackle and he is finally brought down at midfield. Pretty good field position for Grand Oaks as they start their 7th drive of the night.
You know, as much as it feels like Oak Ridge's defense is really controlling this game, I mean, one open break and we have a tie ball game, right?
Yeah, just one big play can happen, and we've seen it favor Grand Oaks before. As High gets another handoff, and he's only brought back down at the line of scrimmage. As you're saying, Zach, yeah, it just takes just one big enough hole that High can just break away again.
Yeah. I mean, High and even Severe maybe on a little toss. Both those guys are really electric, and you just feel like they could do it.
Faircon in motion gets the pitch as he is out of bounds at the 46. So it's going to be 3rd and 7. Trying to stretch the field, trying to get a little bit extra yardage right there. Just didn't happen for Grand Oaks. Smith is going to roll. He's going to keep it. Breaks the tackle. Did he get the first? Terry's saying he didn't. Line judge is at the 40. I think he got that first down. They might do a measurement since it will be 4th and inches. Coach Jackson saying that they got that first down. So I think the officials are going to measure this one right here. So they're going to be coming out. They're going to measure right here and see if they got the first down or not. Okay. Stretching the entire field. North to south, east to west. Short. So it's going to be 4th and just a little bit. 4th and half a yard. Grand Oaks is going to keep the offense on the field, so they will be trying to keep this drive alive. Looks like they're going to go for a quarterback sneak, but they are crowding the line. Smith with the keeper. Quarterback sneak. Did he get it? That is a Grand Oaks first down. So Smith converts right there as he goes and gets the play from coach for a fresh set of downs. The officials are calling the play dead. Well, that was a delay of game on the offense. So it's 1st and 15. As they rush to the line. Smith is rolling left as he is sacked behind the line of scrimmage. That was Matthew Humplick right there. So that's going to be 2nd and 23.
Yeah, and that's going to be Humplick's 10th tackle for loss on the season. And that one being looked like about a 10-yard loss maybe.
I would say it's about an 8-yard. Smith dropping back. As he's breaking the tackle, he's going to continue to go with it. Smith evaded one sack, but then couldn't get back to the line of scrimmage, so that's another 5-yard loss for Grand Oaks. So it's 3rd and 28. High with the carry. That was 11 yards on that carry, but it's going to be 4th and long, and they are going to punt. As Morgan's back to receive said punt. McZingett kicks it. As the bounce is going to favor Grand Oaks, as it's going to be close to the 10, inside the 10. That's at the 5. So it'll be 1st and 10. Ball at the 5 for Oak Ridge to start their next drive.
Our game day sponsor, Sam Houston State University. It's an experience like no other. An opportunity to explore and define your tomorrow. It's a culture that builds a confidence to last a lifetime. It's an educational institution rich in history and tradition. It's Sam Houston State University. Be a Bearcat. Apply now at shsu.edu/apply.
1st and 10 for Oak Ridge. It's going to be a handoff to DeBose as he's going to sweep to the left side and runs out of bounds as he gets 6 right there. Actually, he gets 7 on that one.
And with how good the War Eagles defense has been, it just feels like one really good drive and maybe a score for the War Eagles could really put this game out of reach.
It's been a lot of short drives right here so far this half. Smedley finds Jefferson for a 1st down. As Oak Ridge gets deep out of their territory. It's a little bit more comfort not playing so close to that end zone. DeBose with the handoff as he runs between the tackles as he gets 4 on that one. Just check to see what was going on with the Conroe-Willis game. It is still 14-7 favoring Conroe as of right now. Smedley drops back, does a little swing over there as he finds DeBose as he runs out of bounds. So it's 3rd and 2. Another handoff to DeBose. Runs to the left side as he is brought back down at the line of scrimmage where it is another Oak Ridge 4th down. Humblick and the punt team are going to come out. Sphere back to return for Grand Oaks. Spears hanging around at the 30. Spears going to wait for the fair catch as the ball is down at the 28. So far this quarter, not a lot of movement. Just a lot of punts. Very limited first downs. Smith is dropping back. He's going to roll left. He looks down the field as he passes incomplete. That was for Farrakhan. Farrakhan goes in motion, handoff to High, runs between the tackles. There's a flag on the play. Since the play was dead at the snap, it's going to be a false start. Smith drops back, gets a screen over to High as he gets some room, and I think he gets that first down. Gets 15 on that reception for a Grand Oaks first down. That was the first time they've actually used a screen with High tonight, I think.
Yeah, if we're going to see another Grand Oaks score here, it's definitely going to be to Brandon High. He has been, while they only have 7 points on the board, definitely a key piece right now.
As he gets a handoff, as he runs on the outside of the left side. He only gets 4 right there. They're pretty much trying to contain High so we can't have another big play. So they're just trying to bait him to do something, as you can see. High on that carry. And he was fighting for some extra yards right there. He did not want to quit on that one. So it's 3rd and short. As Smith gets to the huddle. Farrakhan and Browse to the left. Another handoff to High up the middle. And it's going to be 4th and short. He is a yard shy of the first down as we are less than a minute left in the 3rd quarter. Grand Oaks is going to keep the offense on the field.
They were successful on their 4th and short in their last drive. Let's see if they can do it one more time.
Last time they did a quarterback sneak, Oak Ridge was crowding the line. I don't think they're going to do another quarterback sneak right here. As they hand it back off to High, as he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. That'll be a turnover on downs. So the Oak Ridge defense pretty much stopping the run.
I mean, just especially on that fourth down, just sending everybody and find high and attack them.
Smedley drops back, moves up in the pocket, as that's going to be a penalty right there for pass interference. That pass was intended for Harrison. Lonnie Johnson on the coverage right there. So Lonnie Johnson gets penalized on the play. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the, is he at the 25? We're waiting to see where the, all right. Ball is actually at the 33. Morgan goes in motion. It's a handoff to Frankie. Frankie Arthur right there on the carry as he gets tackled for a loss of 3. And it is now the end of the 3rd quarter with just a quarter left to play. Oak Ridge still leading 14-7 as we move to the south side of the field.
Man, this game has been, it was early action with the offenses and then just defense. Both sides just being able to shut down each other, and still a 1-possession game with 1 quarter left.
Oak Ridge does have the lead, and they have been playing a lot more conservative lead this half just because they want to continue to control that lead because they have so much confidence in their defense that they can actually put a stop to this Grand Oaks run game. Because as you can see, anytime that they have tried to pass with Smith, he does his rollouts. It's usually just Miles and Pierce just getting to him. As we start the 4th quarter. DeBose in the sidecar. That's going to be Smedley with the keeper as he's going to run forward. He's at the 35-20. He's down at the 15. That's Smedley's first run tonight. Actually, first design run tonight.
First design and a first big one, 21 yards. Yeah, if I'm offensive coordinator, Coach Cobb, really getting a touchdown in here really feels like you can really go with ease with your dominant defense.
And if Oak Ridge wins tonight, this is going to be their first district win, breaking that long losing streak that they've had so far this season. Morgan goes in motion. Play action, looking for the end zone, and he is. He caught it. That was Jonas right there on the reception. Just at the corner of the end zone. Smedley to Jonas. That's a 2-possession game now. Oak Ridge 20 as the point after. 13-yard reception. Snap, hold, kick. Webb gets the extra point. 14-point lead right here. Oak Ridge 21, Grand Oaks 7.
3 touchdowns, 3 fades. Really a good play for them when they get in that red zone. And now we have Jones with 2 of the 3 touchdowns of the night.
And all the touchdowns have been passes. So once they get in the red zone, they have gone to the air instead of using their ground and pound. And as of right now, it is still Conroe 14, Willis 7 in the third quarter. Webb kicks it. And it looks like, was that Spear on the return? That was Spear right there with the Grand Oaks return. As the Grizzlies are going to start their 9th drive this evening at the 19.
You know, don't get me wrong. You have 11 minutes left, but if you're the Grizzlies offense, this is the time. This is the time to really give High his blocks and really try and march down the field.
Well, that's a play action as just throws Farrakhan just a little bit. There could be twins right. Smith drops back. As is it an interception? Because that was intended to Farrakhan. Nope. They're saying it was not an interception. It hit the ground.
By the way, I just want to note something. Jonas for Oak Ridge has had 3 touchdowns on the air, and now he adds another 2 tonight.
Okay. And right there, that was Cromwell, who was, if they actually said it was an interception, that would have been his 3rd tonight, or 3rd of the season. He leads Oak Ridge with 2 interceptions so far. Grand Oaks is going to call timeout. So, Zach, you've been doing a little bit of research trying to give me heads up of what the actual playoff picture would look like. And I know we've been talking about it tonight a lot, but, you know, playoffs, we're talking about the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, so right now, of course, it's set. The Woodlands will be number 1, right? They won district.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, College Park is number 2, and Conroe 3, Willis 4. And if Conroe wins, that will be the ranking. That will be set if Grand Oaks wins, though, Grand Oaks will be 4 instead of Willis.
Okay.
But if Willis wins tonight over Conroe, Willis will actually be number 2, College Park will be 3, and Conroe will be 4.
Okay. And there's actually 2 divisions inside the actual playoff picture. So there's Division 1 and Division 2, and respectively, Woodlands is in Division 1.
Mm-hmm.
Smith under center, drops back, breaks away from a sack as he finally gets tackled in the backfield. And that was Matthew Humplink right there on the sack, bringing up a long 4th down as the punt team will come out. You do not want to go for it on 4th down with this, field position as of right now.
And then to add on to the playoff comment, I don't know quite exactly who will be playing who, but I believe the 4 teams that will be playing CISD teams, the punt is up.
Ooh, there's a penalty right there as the kicker, the punt. Yeah, that was McZingit. He did get hit as he was punting. So this is going to just become a first down. I think this will favor Grand Oaks. Let's wait for the actual official. Running into the kicker. Just waiting for the officials to go over everything. Well, Oak Ridge's offense is on the field. All right, so they will decline the penalty. First and 10 right here for Oak Ridge. Last drive ended with a Smedley to Jonas touchdown. Twins left, twins right. Morgan goes in motion. Handoff to DeBose as he runs up the gut. He gets 3 on that. Oak Ridge is getting set. DeBose to Smedley's left in the sidecar. Another handoff as he runs up the middle. He gets 1 on that one. It's less than 10 minutes left in the game. Oak Ridge has this 2-possession game.
And after that second touchdown, it really just feels kind of like a chew clock opportunity now for Oak Ridge.
Trips left. Oh, he came down with it. Harrison with the reception from Smedley. He gets the first down.
Tipped off the defender into his hands.
That's just playing till the whistle blows right there. Smedley with the reception, gets him into the red zone again. Jonas and Jefferson at the top of the screen. DeBose in the backfield. And there's a flag on the play. Delay game by the offense. Harrison taking a breather on the sideline after that big play. Smedley dropping back. He's going to do a keeper. Oh, the ball comes out. Grand Oaks comes up with it. So Smedley fumbles the ball as he was going down. That was Logan Helfer on the recovery.
We haven't heard his name much tonight, but he is definitely one of their leading cornerbacks. And just being able to find the ball and get on top of it.
So that is 2 times that Oak Ridge has fumbled in the red zone tonight. Those have been the only turnovers except for that turnover on downs by Grand Oaks. Smith throws over to Farrakhan as he's fighting for extra yardage, and he gets the first down. Grand Oaks trying to get back into this game, trying to cut the deficit. Another quick pass over to Farrakhan as he's brought down by a swarm of War Eagles. So we're just under 7 minutes left in the game. Grand Oaks still in their own territory as it is 2nd and 7. Smith just gets sacked. Now we do have a flag on the play. This is going to be an official timeout after they announce the penalty. That was at least a 13-yard loss on that sack.
Personal foul, roughing the quarterback. Defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
So the officials did say that it was a 15-yard penalty, unnecessary roughness by the defense. Oak Ridge does not like that penalty. You can hear them from the stands. So Tristan Frazier's actually going to be coming in for quarterback for Smith. This is going to be 1st and 10 at the 41. Frazier's going to do a keeper. So it looked like he was trying to hand it off to high 2, but it was a little bit of a fake right there. So Frazier's Smith's backup as he rolls right, as he throws it up, looking for Browse, as it's incomplete. So it's 3rd and 8. I think I see Smith just come back on the field. does a pump fake as he throws it deep. For an incomplete pass. Punt team's going to come out. Megzing it back to punt. Morgan back to return. Grand Oaks does call a timeout. They're probably going to most likely, I guess, go for it.
Yeah. With 5.5 minutes left, down by 2 possessions, it's probably time to start trying to convert some fourth downs. You've really seen an adaptation from this Oak Ridge defense recently. Starting off letting up a good amount of points early in the season, and now holding College Park to 14 last week, and now this week Grand Oaks to 7.
Grand Oaks is going to keep their offense on the field for this 4th down. Farrakhan and Browse are the receivers. High's picking up the block. Smith finds. Was that Farrakhan? No, that was. That was Spear on the reception. So they convert the 4th down. They get a 1st down in Oak Ridge territory. Another screen to Farrakhan. He is down at the 31. Just 2-yard reception. I was just watching the replay on that 4th down conversion. Smith was almost sacked again, but was able to evade it. Smith dropped back. Another reception to Spear. He cuts. That was a Jeckham right on that tackle. So it's 3rd and 2. 3rd and 3, forgive me. Farrakhan gets the keeper, gets a handoff. As he's running, he's still up. He runs in for the touchdown to cut the lead to 7. Farrakhan had a little spin move right there. I know it's an 8-point game right now as they come out for the extra point. Farrakhan just running through, does a spin move as he gets 26 on that touchdown run.
Kind of used the defender who threw him off of him to his advantage to keep going.
And also just keeping his balance up.
Right.
So the point after is good. Grand Oaks finds the end zone on their 10th drive since their first touchdown in their opening drive. So with 4 minutes and 21 seconds left in the game, it's just a 1-possession lead right now by Oak Ridge. 21, Grand Oaks 14. What you were talking about earlier, Zach, that they were looking to high to just try to get that one big play. Well, they tricked the defense, and they actually went to Farrakhan on a jet sweep style play right there.
Yeah, you notice that kind of drive, too. They're going Farrakhan and Sphere, So definitely trying to get some more pieces involved.
Grand Oaks going for the onside, but it just rolls out of bounds. Oak Ridge is going to have good field position. Now, a couple weeks ago, Willis and College Park were playing, and that went into double overtime. If we actually get a tie, we'll probably have ourselves another one of those overtime matchups. Morgan goes in motion. Smedley hands it off to DeBose. And he gets 5 on that carry. Zach, you don't want us to go to overtime?
No, you're just bringing up bad memories of College Park losing to Willis.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to bring back some bad memories for your school right now.
No, but for sure, overtime's fun. I mean, you start in the red zone, and it's just a back and forth battle. So Grand Oaks gets a stop here and a score, and it could get very interesting to say the least.
Another handoff to DeBose as he gets the first down. Looks like that was 8 on that run. Just a reminder for everyone that is on the stream right now, when the playoffs do start next week, if we are hosting a game here, we won't know right away, but if you actually do subscribe to our channel and click that bell, it will notify you whenever we will broadcast from our next televised game here at Woodforest Bank Stadium. So if you have not done so yet, I'd like to encourage you to click that red rectangle that says subscribe, and if you press that bell, it will notify you anytime that we do go live. As DeBose was brought down on that carry, it's going to be 2nd and 11.
And I know for myself, another place to get updates is on Instagram. So Conroe ISD Sports on Instagram will also post about when they are going live for these games.
And also on Facebook and Twitter. So any social media, you can find us at Conroe ISD Sports or CISD Sports. My apologies. So if you just don't follow us on the YouTube stream, but you can follow us on our social media platforms as well. We are closing in on 2 minutes with a 3rd and long. If Oak Ridge gets the first down, I think that will be the ball game, because they are going to let the play clock run down. I think Grand Oaks is trying to save their last timeout in case they do stop them right here. Smedley with the keeper as he is short of the first down. And Grand Oaks did call their final timeout with 1:29 left in this game.
As we go into timeout, a little update around the district. Conroe is beating Willis 28-14.
Okay.
Going towards the end of the 3rd quarter.
All right. I'm curious if Oak Ridge will keep their offense out and go for it to put an end to this game and get their first district win of the season.
You know, I don't know too much about Oak Ridge's kicker. If he has a leg, maybe an attempt for the field goal here, but it would be a pretty far field goal.
Let me see if I have anything. So it would be Fernando Vasquez, and the longest kick he's had so far, I think, was a 34-yard field goal. So that is pretty far for his range for his longest on the year. And they are going to keep the offense out. Smedley and company. DeBose in the sidecar to his right. Gets I think he got the first down. They're trying to push him out of bounds to stop the clock. We're going to wait for the line judge. Oak Ridge gets the first down. Well, they have the ball down. I'm waiting to see because the line judges are still talking. They're finally going to place it on the right hash. So they did get the first down. They're going to be in the victory formation. Smedley takes a knee. As the Oak Ridge players on their sideline are excited because they are going to get their first district win of the year as they break their losing streak. Smedley takes another knee and is now less than 40 seconds left of the game. That was a huge play on that screen for DeBose to get the first down and put an end to the losing streak for Oak Ridge as they get their first win of district, breaks the 8-game losing streak, and puts an end, unfortunately, to Grand Oaks' playoff bid.
Great defensive effort from both schools, with Oak Ridge just being able to get a couple more touchdowns with those fade passes for the win.
So the Battle of the Oaks concludes tonight as Oak Ridge comes out victorious, 21-14.
Actually, and this is an upset from last year. Last year, Grand Oaks won 32-28 in the Battle of the Oaks.
Okay. As the season concludes for both squads, we like to wish them best of the year for them. Congratulations. Where we had a delayed start last year, we actually had a full season. And I know that some of those seniors won't be back next year, of course, but just a lot of promise on the Grand Oaks side. And, you know, we're going to have Smedley, he's going to be senior next year.
Mm-hmm.
Smith is going to be senior next year, so both quarterbacks are going to be back.
Yeah.
And we're going to have another Battle of the Oaks, obviously, and Grand Oaks will be on the home side next year here at Woodforest Stadium. But congratulations again to both squads. Hope everyone has a great rest of your school year. For the Conroe ISD Woodforest Bank Stream, it's been real.
It has.
It's been fun.
It's been fun.
It's been real fun.
Really, really fun.
Really, really fun. I'm Jackson Cochran.
I'm Zachary Berger.
Thank you for tuning in, and
good night.